extras. I'm the president of the newly formed Northwood Athletic Association, which is our version of a new boosters club. And we had a parent, Marty Brooks, who's a North Chatham parent, have the idea of selling bricks as a fundraiser. And so she went online and we found a lot of information about it, and we would like to explain our idea to the board and hopefully get approval to forge forward with trying to do this fundraiser. We came up with, the Boosters Club came up with a price of about $50. This was just a feel for the community. And that would be our idea, to sell the bricks to community, alumni, businesses, parents, and students. We want to do this to try to pull together Northwood, because the Boosters program has been very disjointed, and the fundraising has been team by team. And I think part of Northwood's problem with their community is that it's like a lot of the county is huge. It covers a huge district, and people come from all over. So we are hoping that if we can get this going, that people will get excited about Northwood again. And we have the idea of tagging it on to the renovations with Northwood. I put some pictures in there because it's obviously online, widely done. North State has some, Wake Forest has some, the zoo has some. You can sell them from anything from, the cost, which varies from $11 to $18, depending on if they include shipping, if they're engraved, how many lines, all kind of stuff. We would like to see if we can move forward and meet with the architects and I guess Mr. Moody and find out where we could use the bricks, if y'all give us the permission to sell them, and how much space would be available, and when we would need to have the bricks available for the architects or the building to be used. The stuff in the brochure I just attached off of one company's website. There was hundreds of companies that do it. This seems to be one of the biggest ones. Their prices weren't the cheapest, but they had the most services, so I just printed out their frequently asked questions and that kind of thing, and their colors and their sizes and their prices. But also they had some examples of brochures that we could do to help sell the bricks, and there was all kind of information. Most of the companies have the opportunity to, pass out a brochure when you sell the brick, and or have the parents sign up, or the families or the businesses, and do it online. One of the websites suggested you have people fill it out themselves so that it alleviated mistakes. But as a Boosters Club, we would really like to forge forward with this and try to raise money for Northwood Athletics. The county put down a new track for us this year with, I believe it came from the lottery money, but we have no track equipment or track uniforms, track mats, or balls, or anything to go with the track. So Northwood has not been able to hold the track meet in years, so we're trying to ramp up the track program. And yeah. So
that's the proceeds. Are you telling us what the proceeds will be used?
Well, what we asked was the athletic director and Ms. Little to give us 3 recommendations, so that when we started selling the bricks, we would have a goal in mind. And off the top of the head, Mr. Oakley said the track program was probably in the most dire need of stuff. We haven't really voted on that as a club because we thought we needed to get permission first.
It's athletics.
Right. But obviously 100% of the money would go to the students, to the athletes, to the equipment, uniforms.
Was the board comfortable voting on this tonight, or do you want more time to consider the information?
I think we need to get some information from David Moody, who can contact the architect and find out what's available first.
Well, my question is, should we give them approval and let them do that work, or should we do that and then give the approval? I'm not sure.
I think we need to let David make sure that we have a place to
put the bricks. Well, for everybody that's been to Northwood, it's all bricks.
Yeah.
We kind of assumed we could work bricks into the new additions.
The only place I could think of, and correct me if I'm wrong, is down there in front of that new gym entrance.
That was our first hope. Yeah. We were hoping that we could do like a phase and sell bricks. And our idea was to do a walkway, because we felt like that way, no matter how many we sold or didn't sell, we could fill in the walkway with blank bricks. But if you build a wall, you're kind of stuck. Either you sold them or you haven't, that kind of thing. And we thought maybe, depending on the plan for the architect renovations, we could do do a phase 2 later, if they're going to redo the entrance to the fields or the field house or the ticket booths or something. But Mr. Lucier said the first thing they were thinking about doing, I don't know if this is official, was the outside of the gymnasium. You know, adding on that concessions, the bathrooms, the tickets, so they can make the school safer, because, you know, if anybody's been there now, you have to go to the back hall to go to the concessions and the restroom, and they have a safety issue.
So we'll ask Mr. Moody if you could please get the information and get back to us the next meeting, and then if that report's favorable, we'll vote on it. We'll put it on the agenda to vote the next meeting.
Okay. And I can get more information and get you a
Do
copy.
you want that at the next meeting? Because right now, we're still in the planning process, and I have to run it by the architect. I don't personally see it being a problem, but it may be not, maybe the following month.
Well, can I do approve it? So the demo contingent on the architect? Okay.
That's
If
what I
they
was-
use the bricks in the walkways, we know that there's gonna be a walkway, correct? So do we not go ahead and approve it?
Well, but we don't know about the elevation, because he hasn't decided yet whether he's gonna raise that front part up yet.
There'll be some grade,
Huh?
there'll be some grade there.
Yeah, and,
So do we want to entertain a motion to approve it, so long as there's brick to be?
I say you approve it contingent on.
I have a motion from Mr. Clark that we approve this fundraiser contingent on approval from the architect.
Second.
Seconded by Ms. Duncan. Is that, okay, all in favor?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.